Greetings, there, people. It's the cult of personality here. Toon Critic's the name. Toon's name the game.
Pie.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Pie flavor.
Why am I not surprised that was gonna happen?
Obvious reference. Yay!
I mean, it's fitting, I guess.
Yes, welcome back to Roundtable's Magic. You know me. You know I do the reviewing type thingies. We're back from Ciderfest. This episode was recorded a little bit out of order because the Roundtable for Uncommon Bond, me and a few others actually did live during Ponyville Oktoberfest. So if you're expecting a episode in this format for Uncommon Bond, that's not there. So
yeah, I see how it is, Zach. Leave us in the dust.
Hey, it was a moment that we had to jump on. At least that way we could keep things consistent. Anyways, we got Golden Fox over there. We got Lightning Bliss over here. Quality. We have Thespio.
I don't even like pies, but this episode only made me hate them more.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You didn't let me speak when my name was mentioned.
Oh dear.
You skipped me over.
I said Golden Fox. I said Golden.
Yeah, and then you immediately said Lightning Bliss.
Well, Golden, you already said your piece.
Yeah, you kind of interrupted
Golden,
him, Brett.
that was your introduction, the freaking pie clip or whatever.
Wow. I want to be a pie.
No. All right. We also have British
I want
Ninja.
pie.
Pies to see you too, Will.
We have.
It was pitiful.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. This interruption was easy as pie.
You know what? Shut your pie hole.
We also have voice.
We also have voice.
I was trying to say that.
So, if Pinkie Pie bakes a pie for opposite day, does she technically bake a cake?
Oh my god!
Good question.
Pick it by the cake. When you feel it crazy.
Wait, the opposite of a pie is cake?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Since
Duh.
when?
Since the recipe.
What do you expect? Or does she actually bake a quiche?
I don't.
Oh, see.
Anyways,
Okay,
and today we have a special guest with us because we had a few episodes ago we had Prophetic Prose on here. I figured it only appropriate to bring on her significant other. You know him from a lot of my other streams, PrimevalBrony.
No, I'm very sad that this episode did not contain my absolute favorite pie, the steak pie.
That's a thing.
But then again,
that's
yeah.
a meat, sir.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
We need to know what happens with pony meat. Yes, we have like steak and a pastry. Like we over here.
Steak pies. Yeah, no, steak pies are delicious. I love steak pies.
Oh, it's delicious. Gorgeous.
Are you sure that's not called a quiche?
No, a quiche is cheese.
Quiche has egg.
Egg and
Quiche is
cheese.
with egg and cheese, yeah.
Any hoozles.
Well, Shirley knows how much I know about culinary shit.
Today's episode, well, there went the PG rating. Today's episode is Secrets and Pies. It is a Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie episode. It was one of the first ones leaked for Season 7. We were this close, guys, and this episode got thrown out there. So, oh well. Who wants to start first?
Not me.
Not me.
I guess I could. Oh, wow, nobody seems to like this episode. Wow.
I thought this episode was okay.
I know, right?
I love it.
I kind of like.
I love it. I'm still writing down how much I love about it.
All right,
Okay.
I didn't
Bliss,
have
you go
that big of
first,
an
then.
issue on
Okay, I'll kickstart things off. Okay, what I liked about this episode. Okay, this is going to be a generic, silly reason for liking this episode, but I like anything with food in it. And this episode was stocked with pie. And no, if it's Uncle Songhorse, I love pie. Pie, you can make anything out of pie. You can even make meat pie, and I've just recently made my own meat pie. It needs work, but I can see why people like it so much. I love the variety of color and different ideas Pinkie Pie came up with just to make pie for her friends. There's so many recipes she could do. Like, she had over 30-something ingredients for that one first pie alone. Like, that pie looked like it was about to explode with flavor. and it was rainbow colored on the inside. That's so epic.
It's a pretty well detailed pie.
I just love how they went through detail after detail of just creating all these yummy, delicious pies. And I am a sucker for anything with food in it. So, episode, good on you for making this episode look so freaking delicious that I have a horrible craving for apple and mud pie now. Like, seriously, I'm getting hungry. Okay.
So, this episode wasn't really a food for thought?
I sense all the food puns here.
Oh, well, what? I can't have my pie and my cake too?
No, the phrase is you can't have your cake and eat it. Couldn't.
Apparently,
Tune.exe has
there's
stopped
quite a
working.
mouthful to say about this episode.
Yeah.
Just pass it
Your
on
pie
to the
hole.
next person, please.
That's your pie hole!
Well, you seem pretty adamant. Toon, why don't you go next?
Yeah, it's a piece of cake, Toonie.
No, it's a piece of pie. That's why the whole episode's about pie.
You know, Bliss, you know that one scene from The Help with the one of the ladies bakes the other pie?
God, we're
Or
gonna take
no. Better yet, Titus.
disgusting.
Titus Andronicus.
That too.
You know what scene I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes.
That is nasty. You're both nasty, and you guys watch The Help. I'm impressed.
Anyways. Yeah, this should be called the Pie Cat. Freaking. Anyway, what I like to...
Would you rather it be that scene from The Help and not that one scene from Stand By Me?
I don't...
No. I got one more, Toon. One more. Does and have a little positivity.
So my
Is that
positive
the name of Finn's
for...
shop?
Shut up. So my positive for this episode, this episode actually wasn't too bad for me. I was actually expecting them to do a different twist, like, haha, someone's actually been taking the pies, but no, legit, they've played this up rather well, and I'm glad that they actually went with an honest route. That's ironic given what actually Dash was doing. I liked that it was okay. It's okay. Dash doesn't like pies. Okay, cool. But freaking this episode does have a good standing, at least when I think it comes to the relationship between Rainbow Dash and Pinky. I'm glad that there actually wasn't a crappy twist to where there was actually something going on, but no, it's just straight up, no, Dash just doesn't like pies, and that's okay. They didn't, demonize the whole thing. They didn't try to make Dash, the real villain in this episode. It was kind of like the one where Pinkie Pie knows, where Pinky's mental fortitude is just stretched and tested over and over and over. So
that one was actually good.
No, I agree with this. Yeah, the friendship bonds here. Like, on one hand, I can be frustrated that someone doesn't like my cookies. Like, oh my god, first off, I can't imagine any of you would hate my peanut butter blossoms. But to go out of your way to hide it just so you didn't hurt my feelings. Like, in one way I should be angry, but I can't be at that. Yeah. I really, really can't. It's like, oh, they just didn't want to hurt my feelings. But you should have been up front with me. But, oh, that's so sweet. I love you, too. Oh.
I actually like this one more than the one where Pinky knows.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead next, Ninja?
Okay. So, to be fair, you have to have a pretty high IQ to understand secrets in pies. The humor is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp of baking pies, most of the jokes will go over the typical viewer's head. There's also Pinky's nihilistic outlook, which is deftly woven into a characterization. Her personal philosophy draws heavily from cooking books, for instance. The fans understand this stuff. They have an intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of these jokes, to realize that they're not just funny, they say something deep about life. As a consequence, people who dislike secrets and pies are truly idiots. Of course they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the humors in Pinky's existential catchphrase, "Stick a cupcake in my eye," which in itself is a cryptic reference to Turgrand's Russian epic Fathers and Sons. I'm smirking right now, just imagining one of those adapted simpletons scratching their heads in confusion as Josh Hamilton's genius wit unfolds itself on their television screens. What fools! How I pity them. Right, now that I've gotten
So is
my
that the Rick and Morty copy pasta you just kind of rewrote
yes.
a little bit?
Yes.
Ninja.
What?
What the ever-loving hell are you smoking?
I have some.
Rick and Morty, man. Okay, now that I've got my Rick and Morty meme out the way, I'd like to talk about how this episode is just wonderful. You know, Pinky is great when she takes the lowest stakes physically possible and ramps it up to the point where it is the most important thing in the fucking universe to her, and we already blew the PG rating, so I don't care. You know, and you're along for this ride. You see, it's almost like a symphony where it just keeps building and building and building until it just explodes in madness. That scene where, like, time fucking slows down and you just see Pinky's eyes slowly close and just the speed of the flash itself, and then it slowly opens again and she's licking her lips. That's just so much fun. And that's what this episode is. It is harmless, inoffensive fun. There is nothing I can really complain about with this episode because it's just joy. Someone just had so much fun writing this episode, all these wacky shenanigans, trying to come up with all these different ways to how Dash would get rid of these goddamn pies and how Pinky would follow the trail to it. So, yeah, I think this episode is an absolute delight. I love it. It's pretty freaking cool. And you can't say that on a Christian Minecraft server, so I will pass it off to Golden.
I have to take care of something real quick. So you can skip me for the time being. Somebody else can take over.
Okay, Prime, how about you?
Alright. So, Josh Hamilton, you did a good job of this writing because I know where you got that conclusion from. You got it from Friends.
Yeah.
That was a huge... Like, with every single second of watching that thing, I was just like, this is Friends. I'm sorry, this is that episode where Ross is trying to get everyone ready for a thing, and, like, no one else is ready, but Rachel's all means it. So he's like, okay, I'll drink this fat. But before he does, it's like, no, don't do it. Oh, you're gonna drink the fat. That is this episode. That's the conclusion. It's amazing. It's just like so clever.
I would have really liked it if Pinky went, no, wait, stop, and she walks downstairs to the front door and then just watches her eat it from there.
No, it's like, no, wait, stop. And just slowly picks up like an old sock or something like, there, the garnish.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Now I'm ready.
I loved the reference to Friends. It was just so perfectly done.
It's fitting from Friendship's Magic.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
in fact, it's very coincidental that, again, we've had another Friends reference with a Pinkie Pie episode, so that's double good. So yeah.
It's a show called Friends, and it's about a show called Friendship is Magic. It's funny. Ha!
All right.
Anyway, Fox, since Prime did his, now it's your turn.
Okay. So, this was written by Josh Hamilton, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess he learned his lesson from Parental Glidings, because this is Parental Glidings done right. And I'm going to explain what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Because at the very end of Parental Glidings, they completely put Dash in the wrong, which destroyed the episode on a massive level. Dash had every right to call out on her parents for being be overly active in such a degree. Yeah, sure, they may be supportive, but that doesn't excuse their overreactive behavior. But in this episode, while Dash has the intention of trying to hide her feelings and not risk hurting Pinky's feelings, she's doing a lot of wrong things to the point where she's pretty much placing her own self in the wrong.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash was in the wrong, and Pinky went to hell and high water to prove it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I was almost expecting. I was almost expecting the meme. I was almost expecting the reference to the meme. You know, where it's the one where the guy's just simply sitting at this board of like all the crazy shit and stuff, and he's going, "This is proving it." I was almost expecting like a similar sort of drawn thing with Pinky.
This is like the service of his what's the season 1 Pinky episode?
Party One.
Party of One. That's it. This is just that, but reversed. Like Pinky is actually suspicious and correct. It's funny.
Alright. Who is next? I believe it's Voice and Will. Who are the last two?
Bliss? Oh yeah, no, Bliss.
Yeah. I'm gonna pass it off to Will.
Alright then. Golden, I'll get with you why you're objectively wrong about a parental guidance later. Anyway.
Excuse me?
Oh boy.
No. I'm sorry. Dash shouldn't have been placed in the wrong.
Moving on!
Moving on.
Go on, Waldo.
God damn.
Let's see. What was my positive? Because.
Did you not take notes like the rest of us?
I did, just... I'll be honest, most of you took mine, and I never had much positives with this episode to begin with. I'm sorry.
You can just say what your personal positive
You're not
was.
the only one, Will.
Okay, oh, goody, me and Voice are in the same boat.
Well,
Yay.
Voice, you can take someone else's positives.
You were about to say positive.
No, shut up. No, I was not. No, I was not.
Yeah, you were! Okay. Okay, I will give it this. The comedy in this episode was pretty solid. There were, Pinky is known to, exaggerate and be hyperbolic, and I will say this, the one standout moment for me, comedy-wise, was her dreaming of this demonized Rainbow Dash.
Don't.
Oh, what? So he can't take your point?
This is my negative. You shush.
Go on.
Really? Am I the only one that found that drop dead hilarious?
No, I thought it was great. Are you kidding me?
I was slightly chuckling. I was like,
I thought
more the fact that it just sort of looked all sketchy, and I was like,
she has laser eyes.
Anyways,
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to see more of this Demon Rainbow Dash. I'm sorry. She looks badass.
Anyways.
Hey, look, dude. Don't talk. You can say the same thing if you want to, but come on.
Okay, so okay, I see how it is. Okay, yeah. As much as I have other reservations about this episode, which I'll divulge on later with my negatives, the comedy was pretty solid. So in this one, the strongest character in this was Pinkie Pie, but everybody already said their piece about Pinkie Pie. So we'll end the positive train to Voice.
Dang it, Will, you stole my point.
Well, you can expand on it if you wish.
Okay. Okay, not necessarily the elaborate elaborate imaginations that Pinkie Pie has, but just the dialogue that she has, just trying to get Rainbow Dash to Rainbow Dash to try one of her pies.
Yeah, it's here's a pie. Eat it.
Here, I baked a pie for literally everyone in town except you. You have no one to give this to. Eat the damn pie.
Oh. No, I think my favorite one was I think it was the second one after wake up everyone expectedly. wake up your friend unexpectedly day. It's like wake up everyone unexpectedly day. It's unofficial.
I can imagine.
No, I easily find the funniest one was the last straw one. Just her trying to keep her eyes open.
It's opposite day. It is not opposite day. I baked you a pie for it.
Yeah, that was another good one, and just her trying to avoid blinking by using her tongue to moisten her eyes.
I love it.
It's desperation.
As gross as that was hilarious.
Oh, you poor soul, you poor sweet little cinnamon roll Pinkie Pie. I love you, you poor baby girl.
Actually, what was it when Pinkie Pie crashed into the crashed at the Wonderbolts through?
Oh yeah, it was like a little nod to Newbie Dash.
Sorry, man, we have to check for internal injuries. Pinkie Pie's cotton candy. I don't think she has internal organs.
Yeah, right.
But then again, this medic never met Pinkie before, so how would he know?
Fair point. All right, so now to my
comment that Toon told me about Pinkie, that she's not exactly the best food critic, considering that she's one candy bar away from diabetes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Did I say that right? That's what
diabetes.
You told me.
My name's Pinkie Pie. I'm here to talk to you today about diabetes.
Diabetes.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, negative time. What do you got, boys?
I don't want to be negative.
Okay.
Too bad you got some.
Okay, but before I do that, I want to go back to a season 6 episode.
Oh.
Pony Point of View is an episode I love and hate at the same time because of the moral surrounding communication between friends. Now, we all joke, oh, someone spoke up, none of this would have been an issue, and there would be no episode. That's okay, that's usually what happens in one episode and it's taken care of. This episode has me believe Rainbow Dash had not been communicating with Pinkie Pie for years about liking the pies. Forget about dancing around an issue. This is running a marathon around an issue with how contrived this setup is.
Well, I don't think it's that contrived. Like, I can definitely see Dash doing this because she's Dash. Like,
not contrived. Okay, Ninja, have we seen her take even one bite of pie in the entire show's existence, period?
No.
There you go!
That's the point. If she did take a bite of pie, it would ruin the episode because she likes pies.
I wish that somebody would go back and rewatch all the episodes, and I would love to see if one person finds a freaking split second...
Man falling.
Oh.
He checked.
Oh, he checked.
The madman did it. He checked every episode.
What about the comics?
Pie. But that's not canon.
Comics aren't canon. That's the rule. That is the rule. You can't do that.
My point is that Dash, kind of like, this is going to be everyone firing off their negative and then British Ninja trying to rebuttal because I love this episode so much. But like, I feel like Dash from like Mysterious Mare-do-Well kind of stuff. Like, this is how Dash acts. She isn't that straightforward. She isn't that thinking. She's more, blunt and stuff like that.
Well, can I change my negative then? Because
sure. Like, I don't mean to shoot down your negative. It's just how I disagree with it.
Okay, then I'll say this: this episode is filler. It's pointless filler about a plot that would fit right at home in a My Little Pony Tales episode.
And isn't it great? What's wrong with filler?
It's It doesn't add anything. Like, I don't feel like
I don't have a problem with filler if it's entertaining.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it doesn't feel like. After watching this episode, I don't feel like Rainbow Dash has grown as a character or Pinkie Pie has grown as a character after watching it.
But their friendship grew. Their friendship entered a new ligament, as it were.
I agree with Voice. This did seem filler, but I think what would have made this work a little better if this was a few seasons earlier.
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Maybe, yeah. I could see this fitting right in as Season 1.
Season 1, Season 2, maybe Season 3 at the very latest.
Well, the thing is, the reason why I disagree with that Voice, which is going to be, throughout this entire rest of the podcast, is why I disagree with all of you and why I'm objectively right on this, is that, like, if we had to cross out episodes where the characters didn't really learn much, we would have to delete half of the Fluttershy episodes before Season 4.
I'd just like to point out that one person in the chat said this could have been Mysterious Mare-do-Well.
Well, yeah, Mysterious Mare-do-Well's an okay episode. It gets a lot of stupid garbage for no reason. But
fair enough.
Go on.
I could agree that, this would probably be better off in Season 1, but it wasn't a bad episode. It was just, kind of pointless filler. But it was entertaining.
This is one of the more weaker episodes, though. If it's not one of the worst, let's just say it's one of the weaker episodes.
I'll pass it back to Will.
Yeah, going back off what Voice said, the minute I saw Rainbow Dash throw away the first pie, I immediately knew what was going to happen, and it killed all sense of suspense for me. The biggest problem I had with this is that it may have been entertaining, but it was so freaking predictable. It hurt. I knew exactly what was going to happen. Like, okay, my first time watching this when it aired, I would have been a little more lenient if Dash simply said, like, what if? Okay, like, follow me on this. What if not only didn't she if she didn't like pies, but what if she was allergic?
I knew what the episode was about when Sis.
Actually, no. Actually, you know what this episode?
In the first 2 minutes.
Actually,
it would have been interesting had they gone with that twist, but I actually liked that they were more honest about it.
I would have done something different. What if she was diabetic?
Yes, that would have been another thing. What if she was diabetic, and like
she wouldn't have been able to eat cake.
That is another true point, but just
she could be like Captain Diabetes, maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, it's the same sort of thing that I agree with Voice. It's pretty much Pony Point of View 2.0. Like, I like it, but at the same time I hate it because I don't know about you, but at least one of my big morals like in life, communication is the biggest thing ever. If you keep something under wraps for so long, it's going to blow over to unmanageable proportions. And the fact that, I mean, yes, Dash speaks more through actions rather than words. But this late in the series, she should know Pinky at this point. And just like she said at the end, you could have just told me. So why didn't she? So, just... like I said, this episode was entertaining to say the least, but at the same time, it was a snooze fest. I don't see myself watching this again. Golden, you're next.
Okay. Well, I know about what I said in the positives, but it's also a negative at the same time over what I said. And in that context, Dash was not very likable in this episode because of everything she was doing. She was hiding the pies away, keeping it hidden, and completely lying to Pinky. And on top of that, it almost felt like the moral is kind of upside down. Because at the very end, she said she didn't want to tell Pinkie Pie because she didn't want to risk hurting Pinky's feelings. But if you're lying, that doesn't make it any better. And it seems like sometimes you would have to lie to prevent hurting someone's feelings. That's not a very good message.
I think it is, actually. I think it is, because in a way, the way no, just follow me. Just follow me.
Okay, sure.
I think that the way they went with this moral, some are going to dislike it, but I think I'm going to be on the smaller minority side, to where I think that Dash, when you see the one scene where she's like, this is the happiest I think I've been in a long time, Dash wants to spare Pinky's feelings.
Feeling.
Yes, but she doesn't know how to, like, basically keep that going for so long, and Dash is at the point where just, like, I don't want to break a friendship, and she's worried, what if this does break the friendship? I don't want that to happen, because it's very important that they stay friends, not just for the sake of, like, the whole freaking cutie map, elements of harmony, all the 6 of them staying together stuff. It's more so that I think it's more sort of, you just don't want to hurt someone's feelings. You don't want, like, that to happen, so you try to find a way out of it. But, this just shows that communication is very key. I don't like the way that, like, Remodash is made the villain in this episode, because if you look at it from a perspective, it's not really her fault, in a sense.
I mean, it depends on who's
when you're poisoning your own pet, that's going to be kind of hard.
Let's be honest, Dashi isn't a good carer of Tank. She loves him to bits, but, like, she tried to stop Winter for him. Like, Dashi is not a good pet carer.
Yeah.
If I may also add to that thing, Ninja, the fact that they were shown a skeleton of Tank with a pie inside him, I think that's insinuating Dash literally tore off his shell to sneak a pie in. And I don't know how many of you are biologists in here, but when you rip off a turtle shell, that's game over. They're dead.
No, I think they were just... I think they were just insinuating that, like, he swallowed it whole.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for, too.
It's a joke.
It's a cartoon,
like, come on, guys. Cartoon.
That's a cartoon
you're taking it too seriously.
Kind of thing. I wouldn't go with that.
Yeah.
But who was performing? It was
how was before Gold? No, before Golden.
Still me.
Was
still
Golden
Golden? Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it right now? I've lost track.
It's still me.
Okay, Fox, go ahead.
But yeah, I didn't like that Dash was, like, not being upfront with everything, and I still stick with what I said in comparison to parental guidance. So I'm gonna pass it back to Prime?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, no, it was me. No,
it was you. Then you tried.
I passed it off to Golden.
Yeah, and then I said to
there.
skip because I had to take care of a text message.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Whilst this episode was good, right, Twilight, we love you. You're great and all, and like you got a good student and all. Why were you here though? Like, we could literally cut Twilight out of this, and the episode would have lost or wouldn't have gained or lost anything. Really, Twilight was just kind of unnecessary. It was more of just like, I'm main character, yay! Let me just say some stuff.
I'm
Okay.
honestly glad they didn't shove Starlight in her face again.
Yeah. But
And Starlight
I don't
comes
think-
in to fix the problem.
Yeah. To be honest, I think the only way I think it would have worked just fine with the 3 main 6 members we got. We didn't need any more or any less. It worked perfectly fine the way it like with just those 3. So Twilight was just sort of not really needed. It was more of just like, fine, I'll fulfill my contract of appearing in every episode. God, you writers, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah. So fresh.
Okie dokie. So, I'd like to clarify, all of you are objectively wrong. This is a fine, innocent episode. You're kicking puppies, guys. You're making mountains out of molehills. You're dumping the tea in the harbor once again. So,
Oh, really? Pot me kettle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
So-
put me kettle. I'm sorry, Lydia.
So, if I do, I see that a lot of the hate is surrounding around Dash, and she's not the villain of this story. Not really. There isn't really a villain. It's just a white lie to help protect a friend's feelings. However, there is a point, and it's without it, the episode wouldn't work. So I understand why. But it's the moment when Dash clearly knows Pinky's onto her and knows that she's like BSing Pinky. Pinky knows what's happening, Dash knows what's happening, but Dash doesn't really want to admit it, even though there'd be no point of lying because she already knows what's going on, she just wants confirmation. Like, at that point, a logical thing to do for Dash would just to be like, okay, fine, I admit it, I haven't been eating the pies, I'll eat this one. But, to keep the episode building and building the insanity, you needed to have the other thing happen anyway. So with that said, this is the worst episode of the show. I rate it 3.142 out of 5.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Oh, God. Oh.
And the
that's
math
how I
is
clicked
done.
with
Get out.
I
Get
think
out.
you mean 3.141599265.
Well, yeah, but I rounded.
Yeah, he rounded.
People commonly refer to 3.142 as pi.
Oh, I love
Right.
pie.
Who?
You said that line.
I think, was it 2 who went before me?
I think
Yeah,
so,
pretty
yes.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Lego.
I'm pretty sure somewhere out there, besides the person who's leaking all the episodes, I'm pretty convinced that someone snuck into my room, stole my journal, stole this really crappy art that I did of Rainbow Dash when I was like 5, and put it into this episode. I don't feel right about this. It's funny, but at the same time, it feels like the writers are trying too hard with this negative Rainbow Dash character. Negadash, if you will. This is one of the stupidest things I have ever seen on the show, which is really saying something because you would think, oh no, Toons, are you totally over this? No, I'm really not. I don't know what the hell that thing is. And I know what they were trying to go for, but they were trying too hard on this. And I think it was a really stupid part of the episode. Granted, this is from Pinkie Pie's imagination, so I guess
It's Pinkie Pie's
was...
Have you guys seen Silverquill's edition of Donut Steel?
This is Donut Steel. That is Donut Steel right
This
there.
is an R63 donut steel.
Allow me to give you the side-by-side real quick, because I find it quite interesting. I posted the Ghiazzo in the Skype chat, and I'll post it in the stream as well.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it looks exactly the
Similar,
same, right? So, I think Donut Steel got stolen by Hasbro.
Boo! Hasbro!
Hasbro, you had...
Hasbro!
Well,
No, guys, I think we're missing the obvious point. This is Pinkie Pie's OC.
Donut Steel.
Exactly.
This is Pinkie Pie.
Oh, come on, Zach. Cartoons, are you really going to hate on Laser Eyes?
Okay, you know what?
She
Fine.
has laser eyes.
The laser eyes are what's gonna sell. Okay, you know what? This isn't even my negative. I don't know what was my negative. This episode was great. I'm gonna side with Ninja. Just go back to Bliss.
Also, what's great is that they used most of the colors that aren't even in the rainbow. Like, that's not on shade red or on shade orange or yellow. That's like pinkish. You know, it's cool. Little touches, man.
Little touches. All right, go. All right, Bliss, finish us off.
Well, yeah, really, I have not much to complain about other than what everybody's already said. This kind of was just pointless filler. This could have been an episode of season 1 easily. That doesn't mean it was bad. It was just... But it wasn't bad, but it wasn't memorable, you know? Like, nothing really stands out for me, not even the segment with Demon Dash imagination scheme. I mean, Pinkie Pie, don't get me wrong, she was like on cue and she was being hilarious. Like, Pinkie Pie once again reminded me this is a cartoon with all her crazy antics and shenanigans. And yeah, I kind of agree with some people that how Rainbow Dash handled things was probably not the best. I get why she did it though. That's why I'm a little bit more forgiving. But honestly, this was just a filler episode. It wasn't bad. It wasn't memorable, but it was harmless.
If I may, there is another thing I would like to add. This was going back to something that Toon said about Dash's methods about not wanting to hurt Pinkie's feelings. Am I the only one that's just now thinking this is Rainbow Dash's version of the last roundup?
Well, a little bit. Oh, no. Will's got a point.
It's on different levels.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I know it's on a different levels, but the thought just now occurred to me like Applejack didn't want to let the town down, and Rainbow Dash didn't want to hurt Pinkie's feelings. They had different methods of doing this, and it got to ridiculous lengths, sure, but you can't disagree that the connection isn't there.
Yeah, no, I get you. The main takeaway is that white lies can escalate. Which means the moral of the story is don't get caught, kids.
Well, either way, with me, in a sense, with all these lies escalating, if we just took them out, I agree, there would be no episode. But I remember when Josh Scorcher was talking about his top 10 personal favorites and how he put Last Roundup at number 2, and I agree wholeheartedly that it's better to just reveal it out in the open as soon as possible. It's better to face small pain now than large pain later. Just go ahead and rip off the Band-Aid. It'll just get it over with. So, like I said, without this conflict, there would be no episode. It's just I want to go into depth though. I want to approach this from their perspective. Remember Jim Carrey's movie Liar Liar?
I love that.
Oh, I love that movie.
So he tells his son, when he tells his son that he cannot lie at all because of his birthday wish, he explains to him that adults need to lie sometimes. Everybody lies, even the great Gary lies, and basically he says the reason why sometimes we need to lie, he gives an example. When his mom was pregnant with him, she stopped eating because she thought she was getting too fat, and he was worried about her health and their safety. So whenever she asked him if I'm fat, and he made a little white lie and tell her, "No, honey, you look great. You're glowing. You are beautiful." When in fact she looked like a fat cow when she was pregnant with their son.
You know what's funny?
But that is a good reason to lie, because he did it because he was concerned about her health because she stopped eating and she was pregnant. So I get why he did that. but at the same time, it's like, let's take it to another route. It all depends on what you're lying about and what you think it's worth doing for like, what is the consequences and the pros for it. So let's say, like, I went up to one of my closest friends and I asked him, hey, do you think I'm fat? Oh God, I hate those because this is a trap question.
Oh yeah, no, it's the biggest trap ever invented. You say no, like, and then you say yes, and oh God.
I always try to not make it a trap as best as I can by telling my friends, please be upfront, no matter how much it may hurt my feelings. Do I look bad? Or am I doing something wrong? I try not to make it a trap. It doesn't matter how upset I get. If I'm looking for a straight up answer, a truthful opinion, then yes, I want it. But see, it's so difficult when you lie to your friends because you want them to feel better about themselves, or you want to protect them, or you feel like they're feeling unsafe. There's so many.
It's a delicate process.
Yeah, it's. I can't say Rainbow Dash acted wrongly or not. I understand why she did it. I understand why Pinkie Pie got mad. It's so complicated. Friendship is complicated sometimes.
I'd say that
again,
white
it's also
lies.
best not to admit you farted in an elevator.
What were you saying?
It was me.
You gotta admit, though, this episode, the one really good thing about this episode is that it is making you think. How far do we go as friends when it comes to making little white lies to each other? How far are we willing to go for the sake of keeping the friendship going? Is it for better or for worse? Is the lie really gonna help? Where's the lie?
I'm not actually British. I've been Russian the whole time.
You monster! No, I'm kidding.
Dun, dun, dun.
But yeah, I find white lies interesting because they're one of the most justifiable and relatable, like, snags that you can get caught up in.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like even with this conversation we're having, yeah, you can read it that way. I feel like this episode isn't meant to be read into as this statement on lying or stuff like that. It's just meant to be a dumb, fun cartoon episode. But it doesn't take itself...
to overanalyze this stuff, though.
No. No, it is our job to look at what the episode does, and what the episode is doing is having fun by making pies this incredibly important thing, and that's what I love about this episode.
I just remembered. I know what my negative is. Where the hell does Pinkie get that much ingredients to make all those different pies day in and day out?
That same moot point, she works in a bakery.
But what if she runs out of ingredients?
Then she goes
I assume business is booming.
But where does she get the money for all those ingredients?
Hey, cartoons.
What?
It's
You're
a cartoon.
questioning fucking Pinkie.
Not
It's
even
Pinkie.
that.
Pinkie Pie works at the bakery. She helps the cakes.
You guys don't need to apply logic to this.
You
Like,
do
it's
realize
a cartoon.
I'm joking, right? You do realize
I'm gonna
that I've been
smack
joking
you
about
upside
this.
the head. I am this close to smacking you upside the head for over analyzing.
You overplayed it a little bit there.
She just chucks all the ingredients into the mirror pool a good 100 times, and then you go.
Here.
That's
Here,
right. Oh wait, no, because that
I'm gonna
didn't
end
happen
this-
until the next episode. Oh well.
I'm gonna end this right now with my final thoughts on this episode. Look, it wasn't a blow my skirt up type of episode, but it was a fun episode. It got me to laugh. It got me talking about what is the line between lying to your friends and telling the truth. It's like you shouldn't lie to your friends. You shouldn't lie to your family, but sometimes circumstances call that for the greater good. Sometimes we need to. But where's that line? That's where is that line for us? That is a conversation for another time, you know?
The moral, this is the one lesson that I'll take away from this episode, I guess. If you're really forcing me to horseshoe a moral out of this, is that morals are a luxury.
Yes.
I suppose.
Right.
Isn't the point of a story supposed to teach you something?
And the moral of the story is don't
No.
eat pie, because pie sucks. Anyway, thank you for turning that.
Stories don't have to teach you something, they can just be entertaining.
I mean, that's true. Take a
anyway.
look at, like, Campfire Secrets or Campfire Tales, whatever that episode was.
Or Star vs. the Forces of Evil. That's just fun. There's no like hidden deep analysis of it. It's just a fun cartoon.
Anyway, meme face time. Let's get up to that.
Sure.
Alright, so the winner of... Oh, hang on, let me grab the thingy for you guys as well. It's the thing. Ah, here you are, okay. So I'm going to drop this in here for you guys. It's right... yeah.
We don't have enough fun shows anymore. Shows try a bit too hard to be deep and edgy.
The winner of this week's Roundtable Meme Face comes to us from Galaxy Sketch. When a fan of yours knows where your hotel room is.
Oh, God!
Oh God! Ah!
You know what's fun? Well, a little bit fun.
It's funny because it's true.
During the first day of BronyCon, I actually ran into Josh as he was coming into the hotel, and he didn't recognize me. So I was like, "Oh, hey, Josh, how you doing?" And he was, "Hi," and he thought I was like a fan. I was like, "Oh, dude, it's British Ninja." It's like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, we had that little moment of like, "Oh God, he knows where my room is." Like, I was the person in that window.
And now, let me move that down to the bottom there. Alright. For your Roundtable Meme Face of this week, it is... this. It is Negadash. So I want you to give me the best caption that you can for this character.
June, I think you might want to come up with a different nickname. From the way you're pronouncing it, it sounds like something really bad.
Hard E, man.
Hey. Darkwing Duck did it.
Nega. It's hard E.
Yes, that's what I said.
As in negative.
Just take great care, dude.
I know. Just come up with your best thing for it. I'm going to put this up on Twitter. Just reply to this with your best or funny caption. Put the subtitle in the picture. Respond to that tweet with the hashtag Roundtable Meme Face, and we will take it from there.
I'm awaiting so many of these being, "This is my OC," insert funny caption here.
Yeah. So be creative with this one, folks. Anyway, thank you all for turning out for this week's Roundtable's Magic. We recorded one already for Ponyville Oktoberfest, so what you guys will be seeing next from us is the Season 7 finale with Silverquill.
Wait, that's next? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are we jumping some?
Well, here's the thing. It's this, and then Uncommon Bond, and then the finale.
Okay, so we're just skipping Uncommon Bond.
Well, yes.
We already did Uncommon Bond at Oktoberfest.
Bond's already done.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you recorded it live.
I was just as surprised as you.
So
it's like what we did at
I
for
see
what was it
for recording round 2
for Dungeons and Discords.
Yeah, Operation Dungeons and Discord. You guys can do it. So or something like that.
Yeah. We'll do our own roundtable thing with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Forget the podcast. We'll just make our own reviews.
Hang on. Aren't they making? Wait, I'm having a mind blank. Is Dungeons and Discords already an episode?
Yeah.
Yes, did an episode last season.
Well, yeah, because I heard that they were making another D&D inspired one.
They
I
might
want there to be.
Yeah.
Season 8 probably.
Yeah, I heard a bird tweeting. Anyway,
thank you guys for turning out for this week's Roundtable, and we will see you all in the next episode. Stay awesome.